All right, so this is week 2, real estate website of the week. Warnock Real Estate in Fort Smith, Arkansas. Uh, this is really a pretty simple site that they have. It's doesn't have a lot of complicated stuff. They keep it pretty clean, and it's really showcasing a lot of IDX stuff. I guess I like the color scheme on it. This black with the red, grays, and white, and they've kept everything basically to that. Um, their menu bars, they don't get into a lot of things. It's all about the property search. They have 3 or 4 types of property searches there. It looks like 5. Some tools and a little bit of information. They have a great roster page for their agents and then a contact us form. This slider right here is actually an IDX broker widget that moves through their featured properties. And another thing that I mentioned on the blog post is that a lot of times people are tempted to put here, basically 0 as a minimum price and maybe $50 million as a top price. But these guys have kind of narrowed this down a little bit to their niche, which I think is really important for any real estate agent. 100,000 to 300,000. I'm actually a licensed real estate agent in the state of Arkansas, and I worked there as a full-time realtor a few years ago, so I understand that's that's 90% of the real estate that's sold in Northwest Arkansas right there. 100,000 to 300,000 homes. So they're not out trying to do something that they really don't do. Yeah, they'd love to sell you a $2 million house. And if that happens, they'll do it. But most of their bread and butter is right here. And so they're focusing on that so that people can quickly hit the search button and get to most of the listings that they have. Right here, the showcase, again, very uncluttered. They just have some of their listings here from their office, and then they have their featured agent. You can click on this, and it'll take you to Debbie's page. I'm going to click that open in one window here. We'll look at that, and then here's one of their office listings. Let's just click at that. So when we click at their office listing, it's looks pretty clean. The IDX display is nice on it. It shows coincidentally that this property shows the agent of their office that listed it, Cliff Warnock here, who's the principal broker, and you can click through to his profile or get his email, his contact information. If you're interested in this property, they've got everything right there on hand, easy to find. So we clicked at Debbie, who had been marked as the featured property, and it's not just because these guys are the brokers. It automatically rotates through all the agents there. So we look at Debbie's listing here. I can see she's got 10 results per page. She's got 4 pages, so Debbie's got 30 some property listings, and these are all shown. Just set up an IDX broker so that they all show right under her properties. Another thing I like, again, they have the search box here, exact same information, some quick links. They just keep it clean, and I like the shadows here lifted everything up. I love this design. I think this is a great website. And one of the things that I actually think is pretty slick about this, I've thought about it a little bit, and with the subheaders that you can use on IDX Broker, you could actually go in and build a site like this without really using a web host. It takes some tricks. It'd be kind of complicated, but you could build, since this doesn't have any real dynamic content besides the properties themselves. This would be pretty easy to build a site like this. And all you need to do is buy a domain name and hook it up to it. So really like what the folks here at Warnock have done with this website.